Today I'm making a festive patriotic wreath using mostly Dollar Tree items. This easy wreath is perfect for decorating your home for July 4th and Labor Day. Hello my sweets, it's Keisha. Welcome back to my channel and thank you for choosing to watch my video. Stick around to see how you can create this beautiful wreath on a budget. For this project, I'll be using a 12-inch grapevine wreath, some foam scatter. I have some flowers here, some flowers to use as fill, and a scarf. I have my wreath form here, and originally I stated that I was going to be using a 12-inch grapevine wreath, but I've changed my mind and decided to go with the 18-inch. Now I did pick this up at Walmart, and I just wanted to make you aware of that before I get too far in and forget. So now I do have some of my florals from Dollar Tree set out. I did cut off some of the blue ones already, but I wanted to show you that I do have two different types here. I was grabbing and didn't realize that I was grabbing a couple of different kinds. So you can see that this one has the yellow in the middle that's covered with red glitter. These ones that come with this green thing sticking up in the middle, those don't originally come with glitter on them. I really liked the look of the glitter, so I went ahead and just matched them with red glitter on the white and the red, and then I put blue glitter on the blue ones. Now this isn't necessary, it's just something that I wanted to do, but in the case that you're curious, I just took some tacky glue on a little paintbrush, pulled the flower back like this, and brushed it on the areas, and then shook the glitter all over where the glue was. And you can see some of it is now coming off, but that's okay. I'm going to continue to give these a good shake, and hopefully I don't end up with too much glitter on the front porch once this is completed. So like I said, I did cut off the blue flowers to begin with, and I'm not sure if I want to deal with the greens on there. I'm just going to stick a couple in to give me an idea. I guess that would help with the filler of it. I do have separate filler flowers for this also. But you know, I think I'm just going to not deal with the leaves. So as I go along, I'll probably be pulling the leaves off. So what I'm going to do is actually stick these kind of into the side of this wreath. And this is my first time working with a grapevine wreath, and I find it a little, what do I want to say? I don't know, it's a little distressing for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just all the sticks of it. But I wanted to try something different rather than the wire foam or the styrofoam. So here we are. So I just cut it off, but now I'm going to go ahead and fold over the little edge that I have. And I have some hot glue, and I'm just going to start sticking these in. And the way that I want to build this up is so that there's blue around the perimeter, and then white next, and then red along the inside. So I'm just going to start going, and I'm going to try to be not so, I guess the word would be symmetrical with it. But I do have a hard time with that. I think a lot of people have a hard time with doing random patterns, just because our minds are set up so that we see things with symmetry. So anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start adding these in, and I'm going to go all the way around. I've gotten all of the dark blue flowers in, and I'm starting to work on the fillers. These are actually just stuck in there for placement. I did leave a space here, one, because I ran out of flowers, and two, I am planning to put a bow on this, so I'm hoping that the bow will fill out this area. So I've taken the hydrangeas apart, and I had 2 stems of those. So what I'm going to do is the same thing. I've bent over the bottom of the stem here, and I'm just going to glue them into the wreath. So I'm just going to go around and do that. Just like that. So I just take it and bend it over and squeeze it in as tight as I can, and then I place the glue and stick it wherever I can get it to fit in. Okay. Oops, finger stuck to the glue on that one. So I'm just going to continue around until I get all of the blue row finished, and then I will start with the white row, and I'll be back for that. I now have the white ones set up with the spacing that I want to have with them, so I'm just going to go ahead and glue these in as well. I have the white fillers here, which are hydrangeas, and I have two of those placed, two stems of those placed around this entire thing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with getting those stuck in here. And now I have all of the red ones placed. So I'm going to go ahead and glue those in. Stick some in there. The last filler flower I have here, they're calling Baby's Breath, and I'm going to go ahead and start sticking these in and out of here again until I get all the way around. Okay, so I have the foam scatter out here, and the leftover stems from the last flower I did. What was that? Baby's Breath. The Baby's Breath. Those, all I needed to do was actually just cut the little stems off of them. So these have little points on them. And what I'm going to do is simply take one of the stars and stick it inside of the star, pull it back out, and I'm going to put a little glue on the end of it, and then find the hole, stick it back in. Okay, so there's only 5 on here, so I decided to do 2 of the red, 2 of the blue, and 1 of the white. I'm going to do that again to this one. Okay. I do another red one on this side. guess I could do it that way as well. Yeah, I think that one's stuck. Okay, so that's what this one's looking like. And I'm gonna do one more. All right, so this is what they're both looking like. And I'm going to get this table cleaned up from all this glitter, and I will be back with the scarf. So here I have the scarf that I want to use to make a bow. And I also have a ruler and some clear rubber bands. These are the ones that you can find in the hair section. They're just little bitty. And then I have some floral wire here that I'll be using. And my hot glue gun is still going. So I have this folded in half, and what I did before I even got to this point was I took it outside and I sprayed it with my favorite Mod Podge acrylic sealer in matte, and because what I want is to give it a little body, and I didn't want to use spray starch, which I do have, because it's so humid here. I was afraid that the spray starch would give way, so that's why I used that instead. So it does have, it's not super stiff, but it does have a little bit more body to it that I'm hoping will hold the loops. So, truth be told, I have never tried this before. I haven't seen anyone do this before, as far as just tying it into a bow for a wreath. I've seen them tied around a wreath, but not in a bow. So I'm kind of just making this up as I go along. So I have it folded in half here, and I'm gonna take this and measure down about 2 inches to start. So we're gonna get it together. I'm just gonna bunch it up on the end, from end to end, excuse me. And my blue line here is about the 2-inch mark. And I'm gonna take 2 of these little rubber bands and just secure it with these. Now, I'm gonna open this up in the back here, and what I want to do is put a little bit of hot glue right here to kind of secure it even further. Okay, so I'm gonna take my little spatula here and kind of just press it until it cools down. And the purpose of the hot glue is in case the little bands give way, because not only is it humid here, but it's also super hot here, and I imagine over time they will degrade. So we have our little kind of sort of knot here. So next I'm going to determine how big I want the first loop to be, and I'm thinking about here is good. So now what I'm going to do is just measure how long, and that's about 8 inches. So now what I'm going to do is lay this back down so it's flat-ish, as flat as I can get it. And I'm just going to lay the ruler here on top. And this time it looks like I'm shooting for about this blue stripe right here. So I'm just going to gather it again, but I do want them to be kind of where I can separate them to secure it with some more glue. If I'm making sense, I'm just bunching them up separately. Okay, and I'm just gonna, see, I lost an inch. think that'll be okay though. Okay. So now I'm going to take 2 more of these little rubber bands. And secure it again. Looks like you kind of need 3 or 4 hands to do this. So I have it in my space here, and I'm just going to loop that back through. And I'm just going to make sure one more time. Look, we're down to 7 again. I think that'll be okay. Let me just double check it here. Yeah, I think so. So what I'm going to do is open this back up again and take some more hot glue and just secure it here in the middle. Take my spatula and push that in while it cools down. Okay, and it caught my finger. Okay, so we have our first loop, and I'm just going to see here now how big the second loop can be. And then we have a little tail. So let's see here. Oh, let's try that again. Okay. So this one from the middle, I'm looking at about 11 inches. Okay. So I'm just going to straighten this out as best I can. And measure down about 11 inches. So we're looking at this blue mark again. So it's about the red mark on the back. Okay. And 11 inches. So now I'm going to take the rubber bands again. Okay, let's just size it up. Okay, so next I'm going to take and open this up. Okay, and for good measure, I'm going to come back and do the tops of where the rubber band is also. So this is what it's looking like. Small loop, middle loop, large loop, and tails. Okay. So now I have my wire here, and I'm gonna pull off, and I'm just gonna go with 18 inches, just to be on the safe side. I don't know that I'll need that much, but in this case, it's better to have more than not enough. So I'm gonna cut the wire. Now, I am going to go through this top loop. And thread the wire through to the other side. And I'm just going to make it so that it's bent in half. Okay. And now I'm going to come through the second loop. Actually, I think I'm going to twist it here. Now this is where I'm making it up as I go along, so if I look like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I kind of don't. Alright, so I'm going to twist this a couple of times just so that it's secure. And I'm going to go so that it's in this direction. And now I'm going to bring this loop up so that it matches the center. And I'm going to go through again the middle. And I'm going to secure it with a couple of twists. Okay. I'm going to bring the wire out again. And I'm going to come and open this up and bring the center where it's secured with the glue and the rubber bands. And I'm going to secure it again. Just a couple of twists. So that way, now I feel like if the rubber bands fail and the hot glue fails, then the wire will still be there. Now I'm just going to fluff this up a little bit. And there we have our bow. I'm kind of wishing I would have gotten two. So it could be a little bit more plush, but we'll make this work. So here's our bow. Okay, so next what I want to do is go ahead and add the bow to the wreath. So I have my wire set up here, and I'm going to set the bow down in the center, and I'm going to secure it with a little hot glue Okay, I lost my wire. Found it. Okay, now I'm going to take the wire and secure it. And I think I'm going to just go ahead and loop off this end and just make it into a hanger. And I'm just gonna loop this over. Make sure those ends don't scratch anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that be the hanger. And I still have these that I want to put on here. And I was thinking to stick them back in here. Oops. Here, let's bring it this way. And I'm going to stick this one back behind the bow as well. And just a little primping, and this wreath is done. So stay tuned for final pictures. I hope you enjoyed watching how I made this patriotic wreath. It would be a wonderful addition to your July 4th and Labor Day celebrations. If you like this project, give me a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more budget-friendly DIY ideas. Thanks for watching. See you next time.